Good morning, guys. Cohen wanted to say good morning, and first thing you can do to help us out is what, Cohen?
Subscribing.
That's right. This is Cohen's favorite thing to do. He loves cooking.
Yeah.
And so he always keeps me on my toes about what we should be doing on the weekends, because our goal is to always post on Sundays our new videos. So we're going to be making for you our family favorite, which is
yummy pancakes.
Yummy pancakes. We're making some buttermilk fluffy pancakes, and I make a big batch of these.
Because it's a big family.
Yeah, we are a big family. We're a family of 8, if y'all don't know. And these pancakes, what I like to do is... Power just went out for a moment there. What we like to do is...
Hey, the TV turned off.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh, there it goes. It must be a thunder ghost.
So what I will say is that this is one of our family favorites. We love making these pancakes. It's almost like a weekend tradition, because typically I don't have a lot of time during the weekday to make these pancakes. But the nice thing about this is you can make this recipe, though it's a large recipe, you can certainly cut it down in quarters, because I've multiplied this times 4 to serve our family of 8. And this will last us, so you can make the batch and then just serve a little by little over the week, and it serves perfectly. So if you put it together, put it in the fridge, it's ready to go in the morning, and it's really quick and easy. We just put it on a griddle, and a couple minutes later you already have your hot cake right there. So let's get started. So right here I have already 4 cups of flour. I don't have buttermilk, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my own buttermilk, and I'm going to show you that here. So you're going to need 8 tablespoons of white vinegar. You're going to need 3 cups of milk, and again 4 cups of flour. You're also going to need some white sugar, which I don't have it here. You need 8 tablespoons of white sugar, 4 tablespoons of baking powder, and you will also need 4 eggs, some butter. I just have some unsalted butter because we're going to be adding some salt, and you're going to have to melt this butter, but I'll show you what to do next there. And you're going to need 2
chickens,
2 teaspoons of salt, and 2 teaspoons of baking soda. So that's pretty much it. What you don't see here is the sugar and the milk. I'll get that out and we'll start the process of showing you how we put this all together. And I'll show you, this is, from start to finish what the end product looks like. So of course you have an idea. So I've already poured 2 cups of milk into my bowl. Here is my 3rd and final cup. And again, this is for buttermilk pancakes, buttermilk fluffy pancakes we're making. So if you got buttermilk already in your fridge. Oh, it's cloudy, buddy. It's a rainy day, guys.
Yeah.
So that is 3 cups of milk, and then we're also going to be adding the 8 tablespoons of vinegar. And this, so I'm going to show you what it looks like. You're going to let it sit for at least 5 minutes to get that reaction, kind of the curdling that happens. But I'm going to show you that here in a minute. Since I'm kind of one-handed here, I'm going to try to do this by myself. So I already added my 8 tablespoons of vinegar, and this is just white vinegar. You can kind of see how it's starting the process.
Why do you need vinegar?
It makes the buttermilk. See, it's thickening up the milk itself.
Okay.
So we're gonna do, the next step is I'm going to melt this butter. I'm just gonna put it in the microwave, and then we'll mix this. I'm gonna put the sugar and salt and baking powder and baking soda in here, and then we'll add the eggs. And then after letting this sit for a few minutes more, we'll then go ahead and add this to this. So let me go ahead and melt this first. He is in the, so I'm just gonna add for just a minute. So now I'm adding the sugar. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that's 8 tablespoons of sugar. And now I'm going to add the baking powder. Okay, so next step here is we are adding 4 teaspoons of the baking powder. One, 2, 3, 'Trying to do this one-handed. Okay, 4. So 4 teaspoons of that baking powder. And then I'm going to go ahead and add 2 teaspoons of the baking soda next. So 1 and 2. That's not enough. So one day when I was having to, first time I ever bought baking soda, I always thought, oh, it's gonna look like something like this in a little container, and then I found out, nope, it's those little things you put in the fridge. So interesting when you're starting to learn how to cook. What you think one thing looks like is really not what it is. So the next thing we're going to be doing is adding salt. And you need 2 teaspoons of this salt. So let me, 2 teaspoons of salt. So 2 teaspoons of salt, and then I'm going to add my melted butter. Let's see here. Yeah. And then we're going to also add, so that was the 8 tablespoons of butter, so just a stick of butter. And then I'm also going to be adding my 4 eggs next. So let me get this out of the way. I have, these are our chickens from the house, so use what you got. They say you should put it in a bowl separately. I'll do that just in case. And then I'll add it just to make sure there's no funny business going on in the eggs. We'll do that first. Okay, let me just rinse off my hands real quick. And then we'll put this, so you remember our milk, it's thickened from the vinegar. And since that process is complete, we're going to mix this all together. Got your 4 eggs. My eggs look good. And then I'm going to put this in there now. Looks kind of icky, right? And I know it's like, you're like, what vinegar? But trust me, these are so good. Your house will not even know. So I'm going to get this mixed up, and then the next step is I'm going to show you what it looks like as far as once you start cooking it on the griddle, how beautiful they look. And you can add strawberries, fruit if you want. I leave it plain Jane. You can always add fruit as time progresses, you know, in the morning. You know how kids are. They want one thing they want on one day, and then the next day they want something else. So completely versatile with this. I'm going to go ahead and show you. After I mix it up, we're going to give it a good stir. You can do it in your...
And don't forget to subscribe.
Oh, yeah. And Cohen is reminding you, what Cohen?
Subscribe.
Subscribe. Please subscribe, guys. That would help us, help you guys.
My mom works hard.
Yes, and Cohen does too.
She doesn't even get to spend time on those summers since she has work.
Oh, since I have work. Well, thank you, Cohen, for being so sweet. Okay, so the next thing, I'm gonna mix this up for you guys, and then I'll show you what it looks like.
Subscribe.
So Cohen is here mixing it for us. He's doing an excellent job. This bowl is really not that big enough to go fast, so we're gonna have to take it slow. And then as really gets combined very well, I think it'll be a whole lot easier mixing this. But this is a big batch. I understand not everybody is going to be able to eat all of this, but really it sits well in your fridge.
I'll eat all of it.
Cohen says he'll eat all of it. My kids love it. I mean, it is so quick and convenient, especially if you're like, oh.
And yummy, right, Mom?
Yes. So I've learned that...
Is this your homemade or somebody else's?
No, this is my homemade.
Oh.
This is my homemade. We used to, in the past, buy pancake mix, but I really found that when you're buying pancake mix, you're only getting a little bit, and for us, we eat so much of it. I'm
Mom,
like...
it's like an egg of flour.
Yes.
Bam, bam.
So we're going to mix this up. I'll show you the next steps. I went ahead and decided to mix it in here because my wrist was hurting. So by all means, if you have a mixer, please use your mixer. It is buttermilk, and usually with fluffy pancakes, your batter is going to be thicker. So here it is, my final product right there. I couldn't find the cooking spray. That's okay. Bring that down a little bit. I have my ladle here. And you're gonna have little clumps, so that's okay. That's normal, even when you have regular pancake batter. So,
Bless you.
and you can make these as big as you want. And let these get all cooked up. And then once they start bubbling around the edges, then you'll flip it over. Start becoming white and more of a solid look on the edges of the pancake, then you'll want to flip it. So I'll show you what that looks like next. So there you go, guys. Some pancakes. I will say that as time progresses, like it's the 7th day, it's not as fluffy as it was as far as the batter.
Can I put some syrup on?
But the pancakes still taste excellent.
Can I put some syrup?
Yes, go ahead. My kids love it, so definitely homemade pancakes.
Yes.
You could save yourself a lot of money doing it this way. Well, please take the time, if you like this video, to subscribe. We really appreciate it. And Cohen is giving his thumbs up, so we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.